Hey guys, what's up? It is your friendly neighborhood Ubigus here, and I am back again with another Isaac Bring Run. This time we finally did it. I have found Pyromaniac after 24 minutes of resetting. We have found Pyromaniac. Interesting things to note. I kept a few things in mind while doing my resetting, just to note some streaks and such to try and derive meaning from randomness, as I am a human being. I saw 2 Dr. Fetus, 4 Epic Fetus, 3 Ipecac, 2 Polyphemus, only 1 2020, 2 Proptosis, 3 number 1s. I saw 6 Harlequin babies. I saw 4 Dr. Zermotes, I think 4. That was one of them that I was just like, man, there's a lot of these ones. The rest of them I actually kept a running tally in my brain. But it was 20 minutes of grueling R button holding, so I apologize if any of those numbers are incredibly off. You wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Nobody would know. I could just be making all of this up. I'm not, but I could be. Point is, Isaac is a weird game, but we got Pyromaniac, so sweet. We're in there. We got this. We are in there like swimwear. Now, the very important thing to do with Pyromaniac is try and save bombs when possible, and not throw them away willy-nilly, because bombs are your lifeblood. You know, bombs are your key to victory. Bombs are your key to breaking. I mean, without bombs, you can't have a breaking run. That's just a fact. That's just a true fact. I mean, it's mostly because bombs are in every run of Binding of Isaac, but regardless. We're aiming for a breaking run, and I need to conserve bombs, because bombs are what is going to allow me to actually break the run. I'm going to use them to bomb into secret rooms quite often. That is the majority of the uses of the bombs is going to be to bomb into secret rooms that I know full well where they are. On this floor, as you can maybe tell, I don't know where they are, where it is for certain. There are 3 locations it could be, and so I'm going to say bucket on this floor and move along. If on any of these floors I am 100% certain where the secret room is, I will automatically be bombing into it. Reason being, secret rooms are the easiest way to get cashola, and cashola allows us to purchase a sharp plug. Sharp plug and Pyromaniac allow us to develop a very slow method of infinite rerolling on specifically the caves floors. Specifically, I believe catacombs is where there's more explodey shot enemies, but they do exist on caves almost certainly. I am going to be blowing up tinted rocks, though, generally, because that also helps me in the run. If we can't make this a breaking run, which, you know, it's still Binding of Isaac, so there's no guarantee either way. But if we can't make it a breaking run, I would like to have as many spirit hearts as physically possible to make it a victory at the end of the day anyway. So, there's that. Scapular is incredible. I think we're in there. The important thing is, now all I need is the actual item that allows us to break. And it is going to be a shop item. There are 2 shop items I could grab that would allow us to break the run at this stage. And that is Sharp Plug or the Habit. Either of those will allow us to break. However, I actually need to get one first, which is where the problem lies. But it looks like we might be in for a treat, considering how much money I'm making. I'm not going to blow up the tinted rock that was in that room. There are 2 locations for the secret room. I'm going to hope it's the top one. Okay, it is the bottom one. This is the only other location it could be. So obviously it is there. That is bizarre. Okay, well, we do have enough money to buy a thing, and we have a battery lying on the floor. So let's see what we got. Wow, I want both of those, but unfortunately, I believe I'm going to have to make an executive decision to say, fuck it. Alright, and then we're going to grab our battery, and once again, make the executive decision to say, Fuck it. Damn it. Shit. Cox. Okay. That's really bad. So now we've seen 6 shop items, and the unfortunate thing about shop items is they are not removed from the item pool. So I can still, well, the shop item pool, it's very finicky and I still don't get it, but all I know is there's a chance that some of those could be repeats on future shops. So all we've really done is wasted a hell of a lot of time, a key, and a battery. So that's all we've done on this floor. Unfortunate. And I don't really want to take a deal with the devil. Reason being, well, it's so weird because I kind of want to. Part of me wants to because the more red hearts I have, generally the worse it ends up with scapular, but it's also better to have more red hearts when you're using pyromaniac. But it looks like we're going to be focusing on scapular on this one. I am going to go to the curse room because that is a guppy item. And now I have potential to make my guppy dreams come true. I am going to bomb this. It's not the best choice, but hey, we got a free key. That's pretty good. Ended up being a good choice in the end, and we're good to go. So let's move along and hope. Whoops. Hope that didn't. All right, levels look fine. Sorry, I bumped my mic and I was worried. Now I'm gonna open this Dr. Pepper. Hopefully it'll keep me going for this run. It's like, I mean, it's not late. It's 8:30, but it's like really dark outside, and my sleep schedule is perpetually fucked. So 8:30 at the moment for me is very late. But I'm gonna try and quote-unquote fix my sleep schedule, which never works out, but I can at least, you know, act like I'm attempting to better myself as a human. That was a very close hit. Alright. Alright. So obviously, want to beeline it to the shop so I can attempt to utilize 2 rerolls on this floor. Which, it's hard to say if I'll actually be able to get 2 rerolls on this floor, but I can at least have a dream. I can hope and pray. That, in my brain, it just popped, hope and pray that at the end of the day, someone says it's okay. I'm not a rapper, alright? It's just that I thought, hey, that rhymes, and I bet that could be used as a rap lyric for somebody who grew up in the hood. And anyway, let's move on. Alright. Well, there's one repeat. Alright. I want to buy the battery, but the problem with buying the battery is that it'll take away 5 cents. Losing that 5 cents is pretty bad. If I get more money, I will be much more keen on throwing it away, but... Oh, there was a really fucking hilarious conversation on Twitter today with some people I follow. One person was saying... I don't remember why they said it. Probably just because they felt like it, and it's Twitter, and Twitter's a stream of consciousness. But they said, like, you know, you get 80 or so years to live, and then an eternity of nothing, right? That's what they said. And I'm like, well, that seems rather dismal. I mean, fairly accurate, but dismal. And then the other guy came in so mad about it. He was just so mad about it. I don't know why. He got super, super pissed off and, like, started slinging feces and screaming about how the guy who posted the original thing is a nihilist or a emotionless robot or something. And I'm like, fucking, alright, listen, bro. We're people. We know a good amount about things, alright? Chances are, I'm not saying with 100% certainty, but chances are, at the end of our lifetime, you want to know what's waiting for us? Fucking nothing. It's just, it ends. Because consciousness is all, you know, chemical reactions in our brain. And again, that's not entirely proven, and that was, like, his point, is that, like, you know, not all of this science is 100% accurate. We can't say within 100% certainty that consciousness is nothing more than just chemical reactions within a big fucking organs in the top of our head. Technically, we can't really entirely prove it. I think. I'm not even certain. I haven't looked at much of the science. I'm just gonna roll with that and assume that that's accurate. But like, I don't know, man. If I'm being realistic, I honestly don't want there to be more after I'm dead, you know? When I kick the bucket, I want it to be over. Not that life is a bad thing. I'm not like, I don't have like suicidal thoughts or anything. It's just like, you know, life's a ride, man. And if you went to Six Flags and at the end of the fucking ride, you were like, I want to get back on it. I mean, you could, right? But most people would be like, well, why? You just did it. No, I want to do it again. I'm sure there's people like that. I'm not like that. I'm like, yeah, I did it. Like when I was a kid and I was brought to the Grand Canyon, and I was like, yeah, I don't care. I've seen pictures. And my parents were like, but it's the Grand Canyon. It's so massive and beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. And they're like, but, and I'm like, whatever. You know, it's whatever. Now I've seen it. Can I go home? I was a shitty kid, alright? I'm getting really bad luck on this stupid shop shit. Also bad luck on the floors, because I don't have, even if I got the correct thing in the shop, I'm not getting the rooms that I need. So it looks like this is not going to be a breaking run. If it is going to be a breaking run, it'll be in an unorthodox fashion. I tried, guys. I promised I would reset for an hour to get Pyromaniac. I got Pyromaniac, and now here we are, and nothing good is coming from it. It's bullshit. But yeah, like, I don't know. I see life as just a ride. A ride that I didn't buy a ticket to. And I just exist in. I don't know. People, it's so weird what people call me. Like, people, obviously, we like to use labels, right? Like pessimist and optimist and shit like that. And like, a good amount of people call me a pessimist, while another great amount of people call me an optimist? Is that literally what it's called? I'm optimistic. An optimist? Whatever. I've been called a bunch of things that are incredibly, they heavily disagree with each other. Right? The labels do. So it's weird. Because at the end of the day, the only label I would attribute to myself is I'm a fucking realist. That's about it. I mean, that's all I got. Sorry for burping in the microphone. That might disgust some people. I just decided to let one rip. Yeah, I mean, I'm just a realist, you know. If I see the facts pointing like 90% certainty towards a thing, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, but it's probably not that. I mean, like, it most likely is, you know. And at the end of the day as well, like, you know, because of the innate way that science tends to operate, you know, we can't disprove things. Well, we kind of can. We can sort of kind of disprove things. But it's like, we can't actually completely write them off 100%, right? With current methods, I suppose. Like, we can't for certain say that Bigfoot doesn't exist unless we were to have, like, you know, 100% of the globe under surveillance over, you know, a multi-year time span. Like, it would be ridiculous. It's not a realistic way to execute it, right? To attempt to disprove the existence of Bigfoot. Like, we can say, yeah, like 90% chance that he probably doesn't exist, right? But there is evidence pointing to the fact that there might be something that is like Bigfoot. So, like, yeah, I mean, it's not like a catch-22, but it's fickle, you know? It's just fickle. It's just a sort of thing that just it's very hard to actually assess, you know. That is still open. Oh well. I'm going really hard on the attempting to make this a breaking run, and it's just not working. But yeah, it's a super fickle thing. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a realist. I like to tell it like it is. I like to be realistic about shit. And if you see the conclusions I'm drawing as overly negative or overly positive or whatever, like, yeah, that's whatever. I like to draw my conclusions from the realism, from, you know, experiences past, and I don't like to just be blindly optimistic or blindly pessimistic about shit. And I very rarely tend to be cynical. I am cynical to some extent. In certain circumstances, I would call myself a cynic, but again, I'd say that it all pretty much comes back to just being realistic about stuff. So, I don't know. It's very weird how people tend to just label other people. They put them into little camps that are easy to digest for their brain. Like, you know, this person is a pessimist because they've said that, I don't know. It's like when, you know, when a person goes missing, I really don't like how accurate that guy was. You know, like a missing person, right? Somebody goes missing. Let's say they're like, I don't know, on vacation to Mexico, and then they go missing, right? Now, that's fine to be optimistic about, you know, oh, I'm sure they're okay, you know, whatever. But, you know, maybe like a month down the road, you gotta start saying, well, okay, maybe they were kidnapped and, you know, horrific things have happened to them. You know? I mean, like, a month of not hearing from somebody who was just on vacation in Mexico, there's a reasonable chance that they're now in the system of human trafficking, you know? I think that's just being realistic. I don't think that's being pessimistic about it at all. You look at the facts, you derive conclusions. Now, that's obviously not a thing you're gonna say to that person's family. You're not gonna go to their, you know, their mom or something and be like, yeah, I'm sorry, she's probably being forced to, you know, do horrific things and whatever. Like, obviously. But at the end of the day, I mean, what does being optimistic get you? I mean, what does even talking about something like that get you? Nothing, right? Like, just talking about it does nothing for anybody. It's a weird thing, though. I mean, it's a weird thing that I tend to love, the fact that we as people really like to just talk about stuff. Because I like to talk about stuff. I don't know why it's part of my nature, but I like it. It's enjoyable to just talk about stuff. What does talking about stuff do? Well, fucking nothing. You know, it literally does nothing, but like, sure, there are circumstances where talking about stuff can actually accomplish a goal and shit, but talking about, you know, what may or may not have happened to somebody who went missing on a vacation to Mexico, that's irrelevant. That's a completely irrelevant thing to this circumstance. What is relevant is being like, what can we do to expand our search and try and find this person? How can we find out what happened to them, you know? But just being like, you know, oh, I hope they're okay. What does saying that do? That doesn't do shit. Just portrays an opinion, an idea. You know what they say about opinions? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got them. They all stink. That is still one of my favorite sayings of all time. Just because of how accurate it is. And it's not supposed to be, at least my assumption is, it's not supposed to be taken literally that all opinions are fucking bad, that all opinions stink. I believe the point is that, well, this is the way that I've read into it. I've, you know, done too much thinking about it, and I've read too far into it. But the way I perceive that saying is that every single person, their opinion is fucking dumb to somebody else, right? Every opinion can be seen as stupid by somebody. There's always some dude out there who disagrees with you. So in the grand scheme of things, in the overarching worldview, every opinion fucking sucks. There's not a single opinion that can actually appeal to everybody. Thus, they all suck. Right? I don't know. I'm definitely reading too far into it, so don't take, you know, what I'm saying as some crazy gospel or something. It's just the way that I'm interpreting it. And that's the cool thing about things, about ideas, is that everybody can interpret them in their own way that they want to. Gimpy's fine. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it, dude. Oh, this run's such a disappointment, man. Such a disappointment. I was so ready for a breaking run. And then this happened. I mean, it's still a good run, obviously. I'm enjoying it as a run. It's just that it's not a breaking run at all. Not yet. Oh, jeez. I've started to, and by started, I mean I've been doing it for, like, my whole life. Oh, God, my nose is itchy. How do I dodge? I can't dodge! My nose! Every time I talk, just something shakes in my nose. It's like, oh my God. There's like a hair in my nose, like a cat hair in my nose, and it's just constantly vibrating as I'm speaking. Oh Jesus, it tickles. I hate it. Get out of my nose. Okay, Jesus. I think we're good. I'm talking and I'm not feeling a cat hair now, so I think we're good. What was I even saying? Oh right. I started training myself because I used to get horrific hiccups whenever I would drink soda. Like it would just happen where I'd just get hiccups and hiccups and hiccups and hiccups, and it was awful. I would like literally hiccup for fucking hours, right? And then my uncle Jimmy, the one who spent like a month here, and he's an awesome dude. He's one of my favorite people to talk to of all time. Yeah, so he was talking when I was much littler, when I was basically a sponge, if you will. Alright, well, we're right here, so I'm just gonna pop this to save a key. And I'm gonna pop in here. Really? Okay. Well, let's figure this out. Yeah, but when I was still in my sponge stage, where I was just soaking every bit of information in I could, my uncle was like, did you hear about the girl who died because she hiccuped too much? And he, of course, waited until I was in a hiccup fit to drop this on me. And I was like, no. And so, you know, he scared the shit out of me when I was very little, by telling me that some girl died because she hiccuped too long. And I don't know, I haven't looked too much into the story. It could easily be true. But at that juncture, I decided whenever I would get the hiccups, I would make it my goal to stop the hiccups. Right? And not only that, but like it was also based on the fact that my uncle said that he only hiccuped one time, you know? He would do one hiccup and then he'd be done, right? He would just and then be done, right? That was a bad imitation hiccup. But you get the picture, right? So I basically trained myself to, after receiving the first hiccup, I just, like, force air into my stomach, and it just stops the hiccups. I don't know why they don't tell you to do that. I don't get it. They're always like, oh, just, you know, stand on your head, eat a tablespoon of sugar, and whisper, you know, like No, just fucking swallow air. That's, I mean, obviously, I've heard for every person shit happens differently. You know, like my brother says that his cure for hiccups is just a spoon of peanut butter. I've heard, like, you know, just a nice glazing of honey down your esophagus is a great way to do it too. But like, I just, you know, I just swallow air. And maybe people don't say that because apparently that's a difficult thing for people. Swallowing air? Maybe I'm gifted. But I remember when I was talking to my friend in like grade school, I was like, hey, can you force yourself to burp? And he was like, no. And I'm like, oh, it's easy. You just force air into your stomach and then you burp. You know, just like, right? Like that. You just, right? And then he couldn't do it. He couldn't replicate it. So maybe I'm just gifted. Or not gifted. Maybe it's disgusting. And also I made it, of course, much more audible so you guys actually got the idea. But I can of course, do it a little bit quieter so it's more of just a, sort of, just a nice burp. But yeah, you just force air into your lungs. It's super easy. It cures the hiccups instantly. Or into your, not lungs, obviously. You generally force air into your lungs. That's where air normally goes. But into your stomach, you just force it down, and then hiccups are gone. Cured. Easy peasy. So I pretty much only ever hiccup a single time. I'm not going to reroll these, because fuck that shit. We're not breaking. I'm sorry. Especially we're not breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. Which, by the way, is an incredible movie. I'm a monster. It was, alright. You know, it was a bad choice to do that, to pick up Lil Baggy. It was a bad choice, but I thought to myself, how great would it be if this worked out? Maybe I got like a luck up pill. I happened to get 2 explosive diarrhea. It was not good. It wasn't a good choice. But yeah, you should definitely look into Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Of course, watch the original Breakin' first. If you haven't. It still to this day upsets me that so many people know, like, they have the reference Electric Boogaloo. Because they're like, haha, it sounds funny. That's a real thing, alright? Electric Boogaloo was an actual name of a movie sequel about breakdancing. The movie's called Breakin'. And the sequel is Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's really good. They're really good bad. Bad good. Incredibly horrendous. They're really bad movies, but I love them. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you guys actually possess the gift of being able to force air into your stomach and forcibly make yourself burp and forcibly stop hiccups, fucking, you know, comment or something. Because it's such a, like, I grew up being told by all of my friends and family that it was fucking weird that I could do it. But, like, it doesn't seem like a weird thing at all. To me, a weird thing is like being double jointed, right? I used to like think I was double jointed just because I had that childlike flexibility. Just don't take that out of context, but you know what I mean, right? When you're a kid, you're fucking invincible. You know, you can stick your leg over your head. Again, just don't, as long as you don't take this out of context, we're okay here, but you could just like, you know, take your leg, stick it over your head, and be like, what? And then just walk around for an hour and everything would be fine. And now you try it, and you just snap 3 bones considering the idea. It's just, it's weird, you know? And I wouldn't consider myself old at all. I mean, I'm 21, it's not like I am old. But, you know, I'm to a point where that childlike invincibility and flexibility and such is already wearing off. And I no longer feel invincible. And I gotta say, it's perfectly fine. Although I still feel fairly invincible when it comes to, like, running and stuff, you know? Like, I can run, like, 2 miles and shit without even thinking about it. I'll break a sweat. I was gonna say without breaking a sweat, but then I'm like, yeah, I'll break a sweat. I mean, who am I kidding? But, you know, I can do that without really even you know, wheezing at all or anything. It's just like a thing I could do if I wanted to. I'm very lazy though, just incredibly lazy. But I still got the cardiovascular power, I guess, the cardiovascular endurance to do a lot of stuff. I mean, like, when I do get exhausted, which doesn't happen often, it did happen recently. I was mowing the lawn, right? And normally I mow the lawn just fine. It takes, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how long the grass is, so how many times I gotta dump. But, dump the grass, that is, not take a shit. But, you know, it's normally not a big deal. Like, our yard's not that huge. The only really bad thing is, like, the front yard has a gigantic tree in it, and the roots make everything about mowing that lawn, like, oh, it's just a nightmare. But, the last time I mowed, it was, like, 105 out or something. I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe it was, like, 300 degrees or so. I'm not sure which is more accurate, but it was very hot, right? Very humid as well, because I'm in the Midwest. So, you know, you step outside when people are like, you know, when the dude on the news, what's his fucking name? Oh god, what's his name? I don't remember his name. Whatever. He's the Chicago ABC News weatherman, whatever his fucking name is. When he's like, it's gonna be a hot one, and then you're like, oh yeah. And then you step outside and you're like, oh, this is delicious water. You don't just go, ah, air. It's more like a, I'm swimming, right? Like it's over 100% humidity. It's ridiculous. So very humid, probably closing in on like 600 degrees Fahrenheit outside, if I had to give an estimate of how hot it was. And so, as I was mowing, I just started feeling so exhausted, but like, I didn't stop. That's one thing I've always been able to do, is just push my body, like, really hard. Like, if I'm super fucking exhausted, I just keep going, you know? Like in high school, what's that stupid thing called? Where it's one of the, like, fitness tests. And they only did it at my high school for, like, I want to say junior and senior. I don't think we did it we definitely didn't do it as freshmen. I want to say we didn't do it as, you know what, fuck it, just hit me. I want to say we didn't do it as sophomores, but I'm not certain. Regardless, it's a stupid thing where you run across the gym, like a full basketball court length across the gym, and then back. And every time that you go out and back, that's one iteration. Right, and there's like a beep that they play over a boom box, you know, and every time that the beep happens, like there's a timer and shit, so you have a limited amount of time to go, and it ends up being like, what is it, like 10 seconds or something obscene for the final, like 40 ending at 100 or something, whatever that is. That's a stupid thing, but I always made it like way farther than like 90% of the class, and it's possible it's just because they're all slacker shitbags because it's high school, but it's also possible that maybe I just push my body to a limit that I really shouldn't be pushing it to ever, but I do it anyway because I was told no pain, no gain, and as such, that's how I live my life. At least from a physical perspective. From a mental perspective, it's a tad different. Mentally, it's a lot harder for me to pretty much do a lot of things, but working on it. Been working on it. And I hesitate to say that I actually have, like, mental issues. I mean, like, I have anxiety and shit. I don't know if it's actually anxiety disorder or if it's just a large amount of anxiety. Or whatever it is. I don't fucking know. At the end of the day, I don't care, right? Like, it's whatever. It's a thing that I gotta get through, and that's what I'm trying to do. Day by day. And I mean, like, the other thing is, right, that a lot of people tend to forget, is that no matter what, some motherfucker in the world has it worse than you. Like, I know it's a paradox in itself. That statement is just a paradox, right? Because, I mean, you know, quite literally there has to be a dude who has it the worst. If there were to be somebody worse for everybody, that's impossible, right? That would mean there's an infinite amount of people. Which there clearly aren't. There's 7 billion and some more. Whatever the population's currently at, it's over 7 billion, right? But like, it's true though. I mean, it's basically true. Because the other thing is, we all quantify how good or bad our life is by different things. You know, so people in first world, like the Western first world generally would quantify how good or bad their life is by how much shit they've been through and how much money they make, right? Those are like the main things. But then when you look at a third world place and look at the shit they've been through, I mean, like, there's no way that any of us could be like, yo, my life fucking sucks compared to them. I mean, you could. It's not impossible. It's just that there's probably somebody who has it worse than you. So stop hogging the goddamn spotlight and being like, my life is horrible. Because nobody fucking cares. Now that I've got that off my chest. I mean, it's true, though. It's such a fucking weird thing that people like to brag about. Well, and here's the other thing. The people who brag about that sort of stuff don't actually have those problems. You know, nobody goes around going like, I have OCD. It's like, if you have OCD, you're probably struggling to even, like, cope with anything that's currently going on. You don't have the capacity to be like, I have OCD, treat me in a special way. Because OCD is some serious shit. It's not just like, oh, I saw the door open and I closed it. I've definitely talked about the OCD thing specifically before, but... And the whole, like, oppression Olympics culture. That whole crock of shit. It's fucking dumb, man. It's just really dumb. It's all dumb. Also, I'm really upset this didn't end up being a breaking run. I tried really hard. I saw a lot of shop items. I reset for fucking 20 goddamn minutes. And you want to know the worst part about resetting that much? I saw so many fucking items. I told you at the start when I talked about just, you know, some certain items that I noticed a few of. I mean, all of those I would have loved to start a run with, honestly. Aside from Harlequin Baby, which was only noteworthy because I saw it the most out of any single item in the resets. Fuck off. This fight sucks ass when you can't kill him quickly. Oh my god. I have no way to avoid fucking death here. I'm fucked. He just keeps spawning so many angel fetuses. Stop! I can't deal with all of this. I can deal with your bullshit. I can't deal with all of it combined, though. And this is, yeah, no, this is fair. It's undeniably incredibly fair. You fucking sack of shit. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, just keep fucking hitting me for free. I understand. I get it. You don't like fairness, Isaac. I understand it. I do. I wish I didn't, but I do. Jesus. Anyway. God, what else is there to even fucking talk about at this point? I already talked about the Twitter fiasco. I've talked about a lot of stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm on like episode 75 of Dragon Ball Z. Not DBZ Kai, which I've been told numerous times to watch instead. I will eventually. I'm gonna rewatch DBZ first. Also, I'm not watching DBZ Abridged. Fuck off with that. I don't care. I have never cared for fan-related things when it comes to anime, because it's always bad. At least in my mind, it's always bad. It always ends up being like way too try-hardy to be something it isn't, you know? I should have rerolled before popping that, just in case it was 48-hour energy. Yeah, so many people were like, oh, watch DBZ Abridged, it's so funny, and I'm like, yeah, but isn't that the shitty fan comedy dub of Dragon Ball Z? And it's like, yeah, but it's really good, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't care. I never cared. It's like watching AMVs for fucking, oh, Jesus. I can't do it, man. It's awful. I have watched, like, I tried watching an entire episode of DBZ Abridged, and I couldn't make it through even half of it. It was horrendous. But yeah, I will probably watch DBZ Kai. I'm just rewatching DBZ. But back to my initial point. I'm only like episode 75. I have almost made it to what is considered the Cell Saga. Like, or not Cell Saga, Frieza Saga. We're not even close to Cell. Like, it's currently in the Ginyu part of the Frieza Saga, if you want to even consider the Ginyu part of Frieza Saga, which I know a lot of people do not. So, like, I'm fucking nowhere, man. There's so much stuff in every episode. Well, there's so little stuff in every episode. There's not a lot of meat. There's just so much. There's so much filling. It's like on Thanksgiving when it's like you cover your plate in filling and you don't get a lot of turkey. That's me though, because I really don't like turkey. It's a very dry meat. Oh, then use gravy. Gravy tastes awful. It's nasty. And then the texture of gravy with fucking turkey makes me want to puke. I'm a texture-based eater. If something's got a bad texture, I fucking hate it. Like applesauce. Or mashed taters. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Give me just a potato. Give me a twice-baked potato. That shit's fucking nice. Yeah, like, it's nearing the end of the Ginyu arc. The Ginyu Force arc of the Frieza Saga. And if you don't know much about Dragon Ball Z, first of all, what's wrong with you? But, secondly, basically there's the Saiyan arc, where Virginia goes to Kaka Carrot Cake's planet and wants to hunt him down and shit. I mean, Raditz goes first. Raditz goes first, fucking dies, and then Vegeta and what's his fucking face, Nappa, go to Earth and then fight, and then blah 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 blah. And then the next arc is Ginyu, where the Ginyu Force is called to Namek because they're on Namek now, because Piccolo and what's his face died fighting Virginia. And fucking I'm losing my train of thought, and I'm also like scratching my nose because my allergies are acting up, because they always do when I'm recording for some unknown reason. All right, you know what? Let's be smart about this. Fuck off, Jesus, Greed. Are you kidding me? You're harsh on my mellow. Oh yeah, now you stop. Now you fucking stop. You sack of shit. Jesus Christ. All right. So it's Saiyan, Ginyu, Frieza, Cell, and then Android? Is it, or is there something between? There's like a mini arc somewhere in between all the ones that I listed, right? I don't remember what it is at all, actually. But then it's Android, then Boo, and then Boo Saga is like the ending, but the Boo Saga is split across like 2 entire sagas. So like Boo Saga itself is like 80 episodes or something, which is fine. Boo Saga was always my favorite. Ow. I always really liked Boo Saga. Cell Saga was like a close second though, I'd say. Although Cell Saga was like, I mean, Frieza Saga had a good amount of the like this isn't even my final form, but like Cell Saga is what really had it, right? Cell Saga was like, it was overboard, right? There was too much of that shit. But I really liked it. I don't know. Cell Saga was great. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been fucking years for me. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but in the Cell Saga, isn't there a part where Cell, like, is, like, you know, dead or whatever, right? Like, he's presumed dead, but doesn't die because the namesake Cell, like, doesn't he survive as a fucking singular cell and then regrow to be a threat or something somewhere down the line? I don't quite remember, but I remember something ridiculous similar to that happening. And if that does in fact happen, man, that's bad writing. But oh well. Bad writing is not the end of the world, you know? I mean, just look at, Walking Dead. Fucking slammed. Nah, but seriously, if you want to be if you want to create a TV show that makes multiple millions of dollars for you specifically, I mean, yeah, the writing probably doesn't matter. Again, just look at, you know, Walking Dead or Game of Thrones. I mean, the writing is pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and take back my slam just because it was phrased as a joke. It's fairly accurate. The writing is pretty atrocious. Okay. I don't understand the homing shots at all. I just don't get them. Look at them. They're going crazy. Look at them! What the fuck? How am I supposed to deal with this? I literally can't deal with this. I can't deal with this! Come on! Come on! Alright, how did those not hit me? If the other homing shots fucked me up so hard, how did that not hit me? That was fucking dumb. This is the most intense blue baby fight I've ever had. Okay. Grind up in that ass. Damn it! Oh yeah, but when I was streaming WoW the other day, speaking of bad writing, when I was streaming WoW the other day, I was redoing Ice Crown Citadel, right? Because I run old raids to get money in WoW, and it works pretty well. You get a good chunk of change from doing like heroic 25-man old raids. Specifically, like Ulduar through Dragon Soul. Pretty much every raid between those, including those two, are pretty good money. But I was doing ICC. And in ICC, if you haven't played WoW, but have played like Warcraft or whatever, Icecrown Citadel is where Arthas, the Lich King, sits up on top, on the Frozen Throne. That's where the Frozen Throne at. And at the end of Icecrown Citadel, you fight Arthas, the Lich King, and it's crazy and it's awesome. And as you know, in Warcraft lore, that's like one of the greatest things is fighting Arthas. He's not the biggest baddie, but he's a pretty big baddie, right? Anyway, in the fight, you're accompanied by Tyrion Fordring, who's just a paladin. I mean, he's, you know, more than just a paladin, but for the sake of explanation, let's just call him he's just a paladin. And so Tyrion, you know, he goes up to Arthas and it's like, you'll pay for what you've done, Arthas. And then Arthas is like, oh, blah, 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 and then freezes him in a block of ice. And then throughout the fight, he's just frozen in a block of ice, observing, you know. And then at the end of the fight, Arthas is like, how fitting. Like, a fitting end for the heroes. You truly are Azeroth's most powerful heroes to, you know, you in the raid. And he lifts up his sword Frostmourne and is, like, sucking your souls out of your buttholes or something. And then Tyrion's just murmuring over while inside of an ice block and is like, light, give me strength for this one final battle. And then, you know, just breaks out of the ice. Don't do that. That's a scapegoat. That's in writing, that's like, you know, light, you know, everything that's good and holy, give me the power to fight this evil, you know? And then just suddenly get, like, twice as powerful and, like, break out of an impossible to break out of thing at an optimal timing in order to save the day. Don't do that. That's awful. It's really bad writing. It's one of the things that everybody fucking does. And it's so stupid. And honestly, that entire fight, all the conversations between Tyrion and Arthas throughout the whole thing are so good. The writing of that entire thing is so good. The fight itself is super good if you actually did it when it was current. But that one bit just fucking, it just stings me, you know? The light, give me strength, and then breaks out of this ice block that he's been sitting in for 10 minutes. It's stupid. I just dropped a card on the ground. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe and do all that good shit, and maybe comment and favorite as well, because that shit helps too. Other than that, yeah, hopefully we'll have a breaking run. I got Pyromaniac. I stayed true to my promise that I would reset until I had Pyromaniac. We'll see next time. I'm not sure. We'll find out what happens in the next episode. In the next episode! Wow, what a segue! See ya!